Let's continue our talk about Stoicism, going over the Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. And we had landed in book 8 of 12. We're making progress. And I rather enjoyed section 5. Now, it ties into something we've talked about before, but I thought the final sentence was very interesting. First, do not be upset. All things follow from the nature of the whole, and in a little while you will be no one, and nowhere, as is true even now of Hadrian and Augustus. Next, concentrate on the matter in hand, and see it for what it is. Remind yourself of your duty to be a good man, and rehearse what man's nature demands. Then do it straight and unswerving, or say what you best think right. Always, though, in kindness, integrity, and sincerity. I thought that was very interesting. So, I think it's a very interesting way to look at things, to say, try not to be upset about things, because before you know it, this will be over. As it already is for many people. Think of all the people, all the famous people that you can name, just on the top of your head. There's Albert Einstein, there's Galileo, there is Augustus, there is Hadrian, there's Marcus Aurelius, there's Epictetus. Think of all these people, they're all gone. Right? Great ideas, all gone. So, if something doesn't go exactly the way you want it to go, then think of those two things. One, all things follow the nature of the whole. Whole with a W, right? W-H-O-L-E. The whole, the cosmos, the universe. It all happens as it was supposed to transpire. That's a Stoic thought. You don't have to believe in that. I'm not sure I believe in that. But in the Stoic mind, it's almost a comforting thing, right? It doesn't matter whether you're upset about it. It doesn't matter if something bad is happening to you. It was meant to be. This is how it was supposed to be. Now, again, I'm not sure if I believe in that. But sometimes the thought is kind of comfortable. And how often do we tell ourselves that? Well, it's a shame this or that didn't work out, but it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. And even if you don't believe in things like fate or destiny or even religious things, a God that controls your destiny or your life or whatever, even if you don't believe in any of those things, I still think there is something in that specific expression. Well, it wasn't meant to be. I don't care who did the meaning, but it wasn't meant to be. It simply didn't work out. I have to be careful it doesn't turn into nonchalance. What was it meant to be? Well, I killed that person. Yeah, I guess it wasn't meant to be for him to live. No, that's not what I'm saying, right? That's extreme. You have to be careful with these things when you take them to extremes. I'm talking, and that for me is the strength of Stoicism, I'm talking about everyday things. Well, it wasn't meant to be. I wish I'd gone there, but now the shops are closed. Well, I wish I'd done this, but I didn't, and now there's COVID, so now I can't do it. Or whatever's going on. Yeah, I'm not trying to make light of anything, just, you know what these things are like. Sorry, I touched the microphone. There's always something. There's something you wish you had done, you had not done, something worked out, didn't work out, something that went wrong, something you didn't expect, etc. It's always there. Well, it wasn't meant to be. Simply wasn't meant to be. End of story. And the reality is, whether you believe it's all by the universe or God, or I don't know why God is there and the universe is there, but you get the point, like it's that, or if it's destiny or fate or any of these things. No. It doesn't matter. What matters is that thing has happened or not happened, depending on what the situation is. And that's just the way it is. That is the way it is. And sometimes you can change it, but sometimes you cannot. If you cannot change that thing, then that's where it should end. I cannot change this thing. It wasn't meant to be. Right? I don't know if that's unfair to say, but that's how I feel about this. And then he makes it even more almost caustic by saying, and even if you don't get what you want, it doesn't even matter, because not only is it exactly the way it's supposed to be, wasn't meant to be, it is the way it's supposed to be. The universe has determined this, right? The Logos has determined this in its infinite wisdom. But he makes it even worse. He says, besides, you'll be dead soon. It's that simple. You'll be dead soon. We're all getting older, people. We're all getting there. You know, every second that passes is one closer to your death. Oh, that's harsh. Yeah, it is harsh, but it's true. So then what does it matter? Again, this is not an excuse for nonchalance. But the basic reality is that Hadrian is gone. Augustus is gone. Marcus Aurelius is long gone. But you have to work with what you've got at a certain period in time. This is your life. As far as we know, it's the only thing you get. Your personal beliefs may vary. You may believe in an afterlife or reincarnation. That's all fine. But what if none of that is true? What if there is nothing else? What if tomorrow you die and that's it? You lose consciousness, you're gone. There's nothing else. There's no afterlife. There's no reincarnation. There's none of these things. I don't know, but imagine that's the case. Then what's the point in wasting your time now on saying, oh, well, this didn't work out the way I wanted. Now I'm incredibly sad. Well, you have a right to be sad. And sometimes you should be sad. But ruminating over it time and time again, well, this didn't happen, and then he said this, and then she did that, and that won't make a difference. And I love this final part. Concentrate on the matter in hand and see it for what it is. Maybe that is a matter of just thinking, this didn't work out. This happened. I wish it hadn't happened, but it has. It's not always easy. Some situations are much more severe than others. I'm fully aware of that. I'm just talking about the principle. Again, if you take this to extreme cases, then it's hard to let these arguments remain tenable. Okay, but I'm talking about simple, relatively simple, everyday things, everyday setbacks. It has happened. It is the way it is. Remind yourself of your duty to be a good man and rehearse what man's nature demands. Then do it, straight and unswerving, or say what you best think right. Always, though, in kindness, integrity, and sincerity. Remember your duties as a person. Basic, common courtesies. It's not that hard. But look at what's out there. It's not that hard to be a kind person, or a sincere person, or a person with integrity. It's not that hard. But people don't do it. And I was wondering when I was reading this was, if you are these three things, if you are kind and with integrity and with sincerity, can you be a bad person? I'm thinking about this. Can you be a bad person if you have those three things? We all know what the kind option is in our choices. We know what the sincere option is, what the option with integrity is. So if you do those things, can you then be a bad person? Because if you are doing evil sincerely, well, then you're not being kind. So then you're not meeting all the necessary conditions. Can you do evil sincerely? Can you wake up thinking, I'm going to be evil today? That's a different discussion. But those three things, kindness, integrity, and sincerity, I think if you try to consistently apply those as best as you can, sometimes you'll fail. I fail. I know I do. I fail. Especially the kindness. I'm not always as kind as I should be. I like to think I act in integrity, and I like to think that I act in sincerity. But kindness is a struggle for me sometimes. It's hard. Sometimes I can't do it. I can't be kind. It's hard, but it's the way it is. I'm not using that as a terminal excuse. I'm just saying I know that about myself. That's the way it is. That's the way I am. So that's something I continue to work on. That's one of the ways I use Stoicism. Try and be kind, sincere, integrity all the time. And you can try to apply those things into your life. And when you do, I think you become a better person. I think it's inevitable. I think if you continuously try to be that kind and act with sincerity and act with integrity, I don't see how you could be a bad person. If you consistently do it, right? If you keep doing that thing. And that I thought was very powerful. So you accept that certain things happen. You look at those things for what they are, realizing that all of this may be ending for you. It is ending for you. It's the way our lives work. And then you choose consistently to do the right thing with kindness, sincerity, and integrity. Well, I think then you become a better person. A little bit better every time you do it. I don't see how else that could work out. Very interesting. We thank Marcus Aurelius for this meditation. I hope this was interesting, and I will gladly see you again soon for more talk about Stoicism.